We are gonna go back into the courtroom. Corrupt police destroyed, facing judge, facing justice. Let's go.
Hands on the wheel. The car's off.
What started as a routine speeding stop quickly turned into a deadly police chase after officers spotted a gun.
I'm gonna try to eat a little something.
Turn off the vehicle.
Let's go.
Turn it off. Turn off the car. Turn off the car. Sir, turn off the vehicle. Turn off.
First things first. I hate when they do that. Like, and don't it makes you feel like they're up to something. You know what I mean? They don't tell me turn off my car, man. What I will, okay, you know. But yeah,
Off the vehicle, sir. Turn it off.
yeah, he gonna run.
Turn off the car and roll down the window. Open the door. Give me that other unit. Open the window. Open the door. I got a 646. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Hands. Hands on the wheel. Let me see your hands on the wheel. The car's off.
When officers ordered Griffin to shut off the vehicle, he refused and suddenly sped away, launching a dangerous high-speed pursuit that forced Officer Crespo to join as backup.
Be advised, the vehicle took off. Thomas in Pennsylvania. 2017, Chrysler 300, color black. Zulu 21, hotel.
Whoa! Was that dude shooting? Did that guy shoot? What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, this guy's off the chain. Man, I'm going to tell you straight up. Police 101. You do not shoot. First of all, into traffic. You got cars coming this way. You got cars going this way. You got people walking on sidewalks. This guy jumps out, just bop, bop, bop. He's just shooting, not thinking about nobody. It's a police chase. You guys are going to get him. He's not going to get away. For him to pull out his gun was against police safety, community safety, just all around out of control. This police officer, he must be a new cop, because you do not do this. Second of all, third, fourth, fifth of all, you don't know who's in the back seat of that car. You don't know if it's a baby back there, a grandmother back there, just anyways, people back there, period, that have nothing to do with the driver. Only that they're there, and if the driver's making a bad mistake, let it be on the driver. They shouldn't suffer no consequences as far as being shot in the head, shot in the body, and because of this police officer, you don't do this. This guy off the chain, bro. Oh yeah, he's up. He probably killed the guy.
As the chase intensified, Officer Crespo fired his weapon multiple times at the moving vehicle, escalating the situation into something far more dangerous.
Exactly.
It should be under his leg.
Everybody fires a weapon here.
No.
And watch, the guy probably don't even have a gun.
Cap, when the same shots fired, it was a...
$5.99. You're $5.99. Chase it. Shoot. Not in. Who shot? Who shot?
Crespo shot. Crespo shot. No, they shot. Crespo shot, and they're gone. Who's dead?
Listen, the best part is no officers are hurt.
Right, yeah.
Oh, is that the best part?
Yeah, Crespo's okay, and so is Ortiz. Pennsylvania and Thomas is where I pulled him over. No. Yes. No, motor vehicle stop. I pulled him over. By myself.
The pursuit came to a tragic end when Crespo's gunfire struck Gregory Griffin and seriously injured passenger Andre Dixon.
The car going down Pennsylvania, it was going way too fast. So I
Did you have you pulled it over as a 521?
pulled it over as a traffic stop.
Okay.
Just as a traffic stop. Just because he was going too fast.
Okay.
I got behind him on Pennsylvania and Thomas at the red light. I was waiting for the light to turn green. I thought he was going to pull over right on Pennsylvania. He kept going down Thomas right on that little curve on Thomas. Pulled over right in front of the church. I got out, told him to turn off the car. He keeps telling me why do I need to turn off the car? So I'm like, turn off the car. Rolls up his window on me. So I start knocking on the window. He rolls the window down again. I see him fumbling with like to change the gears, so I thought he was gonna drive off. And when I see him fumbling with the gears, the gun is tucked under his leg. So I see the handle. So I go over 646. I got a man with a gun. The Delta unit puts up Moss and his partner. So I tell him he's got a gun. So they're like, Val, get him out. I go to open the door. The door doesn't open. So I go in to open it from the inside. And he takes off.
You all right?
Yeah.
Then who picked up on the car first? The 599 unit or you pursued first?
No, the Delta unit took off for it first. And then I saw them going all the way up Bergen. I was like far behind. Then I heard Bergen and Clinton and Pesheim. And I saw people start running off of Bergen. So I turned and nothing. And then they said something on Bergen Avenue. They were going on Bergen Avenue. So I kept going. I heard said shots fired by police. And then I see all the units are still following the car, going into the first. Then they turned where the Applebee's was on Springfield. And then we came back around onto ITB and we ended up here.
Okay. All right.
By the time I was here, it was like 5-6 units.
Crespo was later accused of turning the chase into a fatal encounter, leading to major criminal charges against him. During the trial, both Crespo and his mother testified in court.
And I got to Giovanni and made a promise to his mom that Giovanni was going to be the...
He made a bad mistake, man.
She wanted me to raise him the right way, and I did my best.
I would just like to apologize for the event that occurred to the victims, to my family, went through, everybody that's been going through hard times because of it. I took a chance at a job where it's life and death every day, and if the line really is just the line.
The jury ultimately found Crespo guilty of aggravated manslaughter, aggravated assault, weapons offense,
Hell yeah.
and official misconduct. He was later sentenced to 27 years in prison. This next officer didn't just face an investigation. He exposed disturbing problems inside his own department while trying to save himself.
We don't even get evaluated well. We have a bunch of warnings unless by our tickets.
Arkansas State Trooper Legarian Cross never expected to become the target of an internal investigation, but after stopping the wrong citizen, serious questions started surfacing about his conduct. What followed soon uncovered troubling allegations inside the department itself.
Why are you here? I was advised by Captain Davis that I was here in reference to warnings and reports.
Warnings and reports.
Well, warnings, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And that's what we'll be discussing today. So what I want you to do is just kind of explain to me as far as what's been going on with you in writing certain warnings and how many of just kind of let us know.
When we first had those roll paper, it was kind of at the troop headquarters. It was we were kind of short on paper. So I was clicking to another trooper and he advised me, man, a lot of time I don't give out paper for warning. I just give them paper for citations. So at that time, I took that method up as well, started doing that. At the same time, I took that method up. I became lazy and stuff like that, and not explaining to people that I have gave them a warning for failure to sign their registration card or provide me that registration card. So I began, I would go back and write a citation for the speeding violation, and I click on display registration card without giving them a proof of it and without explaining that I gave them a warning.
What?
I conduct a traffic stop, I'd be in the spell whenever I want to ask them for their registration card. and I just go back, if they didn't hand it to me or whatever, I just go back and issue a warning, give them a citation for speeding, and I would never explain to them I gave you a warning, for you to display your registration card or unsafe vehicle, stuff like that. I just explained to them the citation, went on about my day.
What was the reason for doing that?
I don't have a reason. One of the reasons was because I want to give them a piece of paper was because I believe I was I didn't want to run out of paper, but that's still not a reason. I just think it was just reckless and just negligent.
It don't make sense, man.
What was your reason for even printing it?
I don't have a reason. I guess because when I was sitting out, like, I don't have the registration card. Like, when they didn't give me the registration card and just get a warning out of it, because I don't really have a reason to.
Trooper Cross was accused of issuing false warning tickets to boost his numbers, raising major concerns about abuse of authority and dishonest reporting practices.
There's got to be a reason for you doing this. There's got to be a reason for you to print this even when you did not even ask for it, request it. They didn't present it. So it's just to give it a warning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you just showing activity. Okay, how often were you doing it?
I'll do like every day. That wasn't every time I didn't ask for the registration card that I did not go to times every day. Like I was not not giving them a copy of their warnings, or explaining to them that I gave them a warning, or give them a copy of it. About every day, that was my practice. Like every stop I had, like stop for speeding, I'd click them. If they need a registration card, I'd click. There was a lot of times I did ask. I don't have an exact number. I want to go back and watch some of my videos after all this came out, but some of them, a lot of them I did ask for registration card. They didn't provide it to me. Whenever they didn't provide it to me, I go back and I click for you display registration card. But like I said, my mistake, I didn't explain to them that I gave them a warning for that. Also, I didn't provide them a copy of that as well.
At first, Cross appeared confident.
That makes sense, man.
But once investigators began pressing him with direct questions, his story quickly started falling apart.
So every time that you were talking to people, if they didn't give you a registration card or you didn't request it or you didn't see it, even if they did give it to you, did you just go and do it anyway?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If they gave it to me and it wasn't signed, and if it was signed the back, I didn't click display registration card. Then if it was signed the back, I didn't. Or if they handed it to me, I wouldn't.
So this became a habit of yours.
Yes, ma'am.
And were you intentionally doing this to pad your reports, to create more numbers?
I don't know that. I think I just got reckless when it just became a habit. Because I became lazy. Putting a paper off and taking time out, just letting them, hey, ma'am, I gave you a warning for this, or I gave you a warning for that. I just give them citation and go about my day.
But you didn't have to provide that warning in every one of those situations, did you?
No, ma'am. And there were times I didn't. There were times I didn't click on it. There were times I had to watch my video until majority of the time, yes, ma'am.
What made you do it for some and not others?
I don't have a reason.
Were there other charges that you would write a warning if they didn't do something? I mean, is that the only one, the registration?
Yes, ma'am. Just registration, or if I see they got a cracked windshield or something, I would write them unsafe vehicle or something like that. Or if they have a license plate line out, I'll write that. But just those two.
As the questioning intensified, Cross visibly struggled to defend himself. His reactions made it increasingly clear that investigators were uncovering the truth.
I didn't think,
Something's going on.
Now that it was brought to my attention, I feel like, I should explain to them that, hey, I gave you a warning for this or that, so they can correct the problem. And
what if they didn't have a problem? You didn't request their registration, so why would you think they would have a problem? Did you think that was a problem?
Yes, ma'am.
On whose part? Yours or theirs?
On my part.
I pulled your numbers in advance, and it looks like you got an abundant amount of failed to display vehicle registration. I went back for over about a year.
Yes, ma'am.
You've only been doing it for about 6 months.
Yes, ma'am. That's all I can think of. But because that's by the time the guy told me, hey, that you don't have to give them the warning and stuff.
Did you ever just arbitrarily just click on any violation, even though it did not exist?
No, ma'am.
Because you had a high number of warnings as well. Is that something that you do? Provide a lot of warnings for speeding?
Yes, ma'am. I usually try to keep mine half and half on speed, on the contacts and also warnings. My warnings usually display registration or unsafe vehicle.
Okay. Do you feel like you was falsifying information?
Yes, ma'am. After it brought to me, yes, ma'am.
Do you think you violated policy?
Yes, ma'am.
You do? Which one?
The reports inaccurate and stuff like that.
Okay.
Even after admitting to falsifying records, the trooper showed little concern, revealing even deeper deeper issues inside the department culture.
If you stopped me and asked me for my registration, and I show it to you, but I have failed to sign back there, yes, sir. Are you saying that's where you would issue? It's my registration, yes, sir. If it would have been signed, I would have shown it to you. No, yes, sir. But you wouldn't have brought me a copy of that. No, sir, I wouldn't. It is just, like I said, it's stupid on my part. I don't have an excuse for it.
And what about any citations? Did you ever falsify any
No,
citations?
never any of those.
And do you know if anyone else is doing anything like this?
I don't know anyone else that that's doing the same thing and want to advise them or stuff like that, but I do know that, I was, that
And is there anything else that you want to add? You think we need to know about?
I can't think of anything else.
All right, we'll go ahead and end our interview. Time now is 11:43 a.m. Give us just a moment to meet, and we'll get right back with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Unless there's something. You stay here. No, you stay right here.
Every time I did it. Like if I asked for it, I didn't get it. I would do it. But there were some times that I didn't even ask for it.
Right.
And I went back and I got back to my car and it was my fault again. I was back there at the car and I don't have it back there, so I don't have the registration card and I just clicked just get the contact. But like the captain told me, you can't do that. You can ask for it.
Right.
This upon offer. I go back and watch my video and probably sprayed every last one of them, and I don't. And maybe there's some like that. I don't think there's all of them like that.
His attitude reflected a system where misconduct appeared normalized as he continued trying to justify actions that clearly violated department standards.
But there were times that you were thinking that if I don't ask, then I have a contact. But if I ask, they may provide it and have it signed, and I won't be able to get a contact off of that one.
I never had that thought because it was just a warning to me. We don't even get evaluated. Well, we have a bunch of warnings and a less amount of tickets. So I already know that. I try to always, if you go back and look at my record, I always try to keep my tickets kind of bound with my warning because a lot of times you get frowned upon if you got 140 warnings and 30 tickets. So I try to keep it. It will never.
Okay.
So I try to keep it a little.
Did you think it was a problem even before this was brought to your attention?
To be honest with you, ma'am, I really didn't. I didn't think about it, but I look back right now. If I got one, I want somebody to tell me, hey, I got you one, I send registration card back. And sometimes I did, tell them, you sign this back, but majority of the time I didn't. If I got that one, I want somebody to tell me that, hey man, sign the back of this, or you got a license plate out the back, make sure you put a bug back there.
In an effort to reduce his own blame, Trooper Cross began exposing broader misconduct within the department itself, revealing problems far bigger than anyone expected.
Are your numbers higher than most people?
No, ma'am, they're not. Drops are. Last month, even with this investigation started, I had a 1.1 average. I had 29 speeding tickets and 5 other arrests. So I had 35 arrests and only 120 warnings. So I know that won't give me a good rating. I know that.
So what would be a good month for you?
A good month for me. I've been going through something here lately. I usually write 80 hard, and I maybe write another 151. Like that's 230 or something like that. I end up with like a 1.4. I used to run about a 1.4, 1.5 every month, and I guess it's always been that 1.0 average in my head. I was always told you got to get 8 a day,
Right.
Cross eventually admitted his involvement in the misconduct. The fallout came quickly, resulting in a 10-day suspension and a 1-year block on any promotion opportunities. What started as a sensitive case quickly became a troubling display of contradictions and excuses.
Like, you can't remember my name. I don't remember.
Officer Deaver's time at the Canton Police Department takes a sharp and unexpected twist. Her testimony shifts without warning, and her false memory claim turns an already sensitive case into something far more unsettling.
Officer Dever, did you go on to say in that interview, quote, you never saw them leave, them being Brian Higgins and Chief Ken Berkowitz. You never saw them leave, but you recalled thinking to yourself that they were in the Sally Port for a wildly long time together in there, end quote. Did you say that?
That was my recollection at the time.
Okay.
So yes.
You indicated under questioning by Mr. Brennan that you knew what they wanted from me in the defense, what they wanted from me.
Yes. Yes.
Remember that photograph that we read directly from the exact same report that I just read from? You remember that?
And I told you the same thing then. Yes.
Objection.
Sustained.
My question is, just answer my question, Officer Stephen. Never. Did we read to you where you read the exact same thing that I just read to you on that phone call?
Like, you can't remember my name. I don't remember.
I can remember your name.
Okay, so the answer is I don't remember. No comment.
More than that, Judge.
All right, so no comments, just questions.
Her conduct on the witness stand appeared deeply unprofessional, raising serious concerns about her judgment and credibility as an officer.
Do you recall us telling you that we were looking for the truth about your comments? We're looking for the truth.
See, the problem is with police officers, they truly believe that what they do, what they say, it's nobody's business. That they feel they're above reproach. And the truth of the matter is they're servants. They're civil servants. Their main job is to serve the people. And they hate that. Excuse me, I was eating something. They hate that when you tell them that. But that's their job. Their job is to serve the communities, the people. They get paid from the people. Their salaries come from us, from people's taxes. So they're there because of us. And we expect them to protect us and to be there in times of emergencies. They're not a SWAT team, they're not FBI people, but they're just first responders. They come, they respond, they get information, and if it's something bigger than that, then investigators come, it goes to the next level. But they truly, to be a police officer, I think the biggest thing you have to learn is code. This is a 1016, this is a 14, this is this is a 187, this, you know, I mean, if you want to be real about it, and writing out reports. It's a lot of paperwork. But when they overstep that and they start operating like they're untouchable and that they're not servants, they're not there to serve us and not taking on that type of attitude, and they don't speak to you, they speak at you. It changes everything. And that's what they're saying here. Her whole attitude is almost like, why are you questioning me? Think about it.
Which I gave you, yes.
Did you also say on that phone
See,
call
there she is.
something to the effect of, I know you're going to tear me a new one because I'm changing my testimony?
Changing, no. But you're trying to do that.
Did you say, I know you're going to tear me a new one?
What you're trying to do, so yes.
Actually, what you said was, you're going to tear me a new asshole.
I don't recall that, so that's putting words in my mouth.
I'm asking you if you remember saying that during that phone call. Oh, I know you're going to tear me a new asshole.
I don't recall.
Okay. But you do remember saying something to the effect of, I know you're going to tear me a new one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever heard of something called the blue wall of silence? Objection. Do you think it's important for police officers to protect one another in the field and out? Objection. Have you spoken with anyone? From the district attorney's office about your involvement? Ever?
No.
Never.
Unless you're going to provide a person. I've never talked to any of these people.
Have you talked to anyone at the DA's office at all? In regard?
Not to my recollection.
How about indirectly?
Not to my knowledge. Other people who's been on the witness stand, one person, yes.
Who's that?
Sarah Levinson.
How long have you known Sarah?
We became friends in middle school.
Did you watch any of the trial? This trial?
Clips in passing, but no, it's 6 hours a day. So I work during the day shift now.
So you've seen some of the footage of the goings on in this case, correct?
Yes, nothing with her. I did not watch her testimony.
Were you aware there was a sequestration order?
I don't know what that means, so no.
You're a sworn police officer, you don't know what sequestration means?
No.
With no evidence, no report, and no no clear explanation. Her attitude only made the situation look worse, fueling even more doubts about the
Here we go. Attitude is everything.
I wasn't aware.
But you did tune in to the case, correct?
In small clips, yes.
And you did, in fact, on August 9th, 2023, have a fulsome conversation with two sworn police officers about your memory of what you saw in observations of January 29th, 2022, correct?
I don't know if they're police officers necessarily, but yes.
Law enforcement agents, how about that?
Yes.
Were you subpoenaed by the Commonwealth in this case?
No.
You were subpoenaed by the defense.
Yes.
Did they tell you that there was a sequestration order or that you shouldn't watch any of the footage? Did they fairly inform you about what the ground rules were?
No, and I wasn't part of the first trial, so I had no idea about anything to do with this trial.
When you spoke to those law enforcement officers back in 2023, do you know that they made a report where you had informed them that you knew Sarah Levinson and that report had been provided to the defense a long time ago? You know
Yes, I informed them very clearly.
So the question about if you know Sarah Levinson, that's no secret in your world, is it?
Not foremost,
That isn't a secret, is it?
Not at all.
That's something you were open and candid about?
Yes.
You understand that regardless of what you say, it doesn't matter as long as it's the truth. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The Commonwealth in no way is asking you to accommodate it or please it in any way. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If it's something that may be perceived by others as adverse to the Commonwealth, you understand we would want you to tell that if it was the truth, don't you? The Commonwealth has never intimated, suggested, or advised you to say anything of it.
Excuse me.
No.
Have you been given any consideration or reward because you remedied your memory?
No.
After being shown the evidence that you left that day, January 29, 2022 at 3:45, and learning that the defendant's car did not get to the Sallyport at 5:30 or so p.m., is there any way you could have seen Mr. Berkowitz and Mr. Higgins in the Sallyport with the defendant's car that night before you left for work?
There is no way.
Watching an officer completely unravel under questioning became a harsh reminder that a badge alone does not guarantee honesty or professionalism.
Understanding you made a mistake, was the defense receptive to your explanation that you made a mistake? Did the defense pressure you when you told them you were going to come into this
Pressure's on now.
about your mistake?
Can you rephrase it?
Yes. When you told the
She
defense
don't
you made a
understand
mistake about
anything.
your memory, did they
Yes,
pressure
like
Yes.
did they pressure you to say something other than the truth?
Yes, they wanted me to repeat a lie at that point, given it would have been with
whoa.
Understanding a lawyer has no power to charge with contempt, does that change the reality of whether or not you were threatened? Let me ask you a different way. You were asked questions about whether or not you knew who could take out charges for a crime. Yes?
Yes.
Regardless of whether an attorney has that power, were you threatened that there'd be a charge of perjury if you didn't comply with the defense wishes in this case?
Yes.
And knowing you were going to come into court,
Oh.
given this experience you had with the defense, is that why you felt like they were going to carry you? Is that the phrase we used?
Yes, because they did not want me to tell the truth. So I told them that knowing they were kind of trying to eat me alive into repeating something that is not the truth.
Rather than to come in here and be attacked, wouldn't it have been easier just to say what you had earlier thought was true?
We're not allowed that.
That's true.
Wouldn't it be easier just to come in and accommodate them rather than be threatened?
Well, of course.
So why did you come in here?
My entire job revolves around what I say on the stand right now. If I was to lie, I lose my job. I lose everything.
The moment she admitted her career was on the line, it became easier to understand why the truth seemed secondary throughout her testimony.
I'm here to tell the truth. I cannot lie while sitting on the stand. Okay.
Your entire job revolves around what you say on the witness stand. Is that what you just testified to?
Yes.
That's right.
If you agree that what you said to those law enforcement agents on August 9th, 2023,
There we go.
you would be implicating not one, but two police officers, law enforcement officers, correct? If you agree with what you said in August 2023 on this witness stand, you would be implicating two officers, fellow officers, correct?
So I'm confused as to what you're asking.
You would be implicating, if you agree, you have not agreed that that was 23 was a lie.
No,
If you agreed with that statement here on the witness stand, you would be implicating two officers as having been in the Sally Port, weirdly, for a wildly long time.
Jeez.
Implicating not one, but two fellow officers, correct? That's what you would be doing.
it's not possible. I
If
saw
you
that.
agreed with it.
She appeared confident her attitude would intimidate the attorneys, but the lawyer quickly dismantled her arguments and left her
Woo!
struggling to respond.
Would you be implicating the reputations of
She's
two
she's
officers?
trying to play both
If I was
sides.
to lie, then yes.
And your entire job revolves around what you say on that witness stand. That's what you said, correct?
That's right.
Still,
That's what you just said, Officer Deborah, correct?
I still don't really understand the question.
You just said, all I'm asking you is what you just said. I wrote it down. You just said, my entire job revolves around what I say on the witness stand, correct?
Yes to that question.
That's all I have.
1 minute she stood by her statements, the next she pulled them back entirely, making her credibility collapse in real time.
Wow, bro.
Implicate Chief Berkowitz and Mr. Higgins were doing anything criminal, did you?
No, they were friends. That's why Higgins had novels there.
Implicate them ever suggesting they had tampered with evidence, did you?
No.
You never implicated them saying that they had framed it.
No.
So would you talk to those agents? You ever suggest that Higgins and Mr. Berkowitz did anything touch or tamper with the defendant's license at all?
No. No.
Is there anybody to protect them?
I have no one to protect.
Do you need to protect anybody?
No.
Right, Officer Devin Moore.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, jurors, morning recess, 20 minutes.
She's
Her
mad.
exposed deeper concerns surrounding the department and only reinforced growing public distrust. He pulled the trigger and ultimately paid the price, receiving more than 12 years behind bars for manslaughter.
Is the jury having found you guilty of the offense of manslaughter and assessed this punishment?
Dean faced a murder charge,
Woo!
but the judge instructed jurors they could also consider manslaughter, a charge carrying up to 20 years in prison under Texas law.
The jury has sent a note or given me notice that they reached a verdict. Are both sides ready to receive the verdict?
Here comes the hatchet, baby.
All right. Y'all did fabulous when we did the guilt innocence verdict, okay? Same rules apply. I don't know what this verdict is. Can't have any emotions, all right? Let's bring them in to the unanimous verdict. Okay. Yeah, please do.
Woo! Unanimous.
Verdict reads, we the jury, having found the defendant Aaron Yorkin guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of the offense of
Woo!
punishment and confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for 11 years, 10 months, 12 days. They do not assess a fine, and it is signed by the presiding juror. You may be seated. Thank you very much. Members of the jury, as we went through the floor,
Gone. Going to prison.
ask you if this verdict is your individual verdict. Juror number 1, is this your verdict? Yes, Your Honor. Juror number 3, is this your verdict? Juror number 4, is this your verdict?
Woo!
6, is this your verdict? Juror number 9, is this your verdict? Juror number 14, is this your verdict? Juror number 15, is this your verdict? Juror number 21, is this your verdict?
Wow.
Juror number 31, is this your verdict? Juror number 32, is this your verdict? Juror number 37, is this your verdict? Juror number 38, is this your verdict? Your verdict will be received in 5. Thank you very much.
Dean insisted he acted in self-defense after believing Jefferson pointed a weapon at him, but the central issue remained whether he actually saw the gun before firing.
Mr. Gill, Mr. Bissett, is there any legal reason why sentence should not be pronounced? No legal reason. Mr. Dean, is the jury having found you guilty of the offense of manslaughter
assessed his punishment. In order the court should be remanded to the
You don't see this all the time, Chad.
Director of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Served your sentence
The former officer was ultimately sentenced to more than 12 years for manslaughter. Later, a $3.5 million settlement was awarded to the child who witnessed the deadly shooting inside his own home. This next former officer believed his badge might shield him from consequences, but the courtroom delivered a very different outcome.
That hardly mitigates the great damage you have done to this child, this family, and to society as a whole.
The ex-Jackson police officer faced devastating charges after the death of his young daughter, a case that shocked the entire community.
Commendable, you have served as a Jackson police officer and detective for approximately 10 years prior to this crime. That hardly mitigates the great damage you have done to this child, this family, and to society as a whole.
What's he all mad about? What's he all mad about?
This is a very sad day. We'll just keep on fighting the good fight for what's really right. During the trial, prosecutors presented disturbing evidence accusing Cray of killing his daughter, while he continued claiming she had simply been ill. Messages and testimony painted an extremely troubling picture. Once a vice and narcotics detective, Cray is now serving life in prison without the possibility of parole. This next deputy kept his law enforcement license, but lost nearly everything else inside the courtroom.
Ooh.
Amy Vella called 911 after an argument between her boyfriend and his father turned violent. But moments later, the situation spiraled into tragedy.
My boyfriend and his dad are drunk and they're fighting each other. My boyfriend's going around breaking and hitting a hammer and everything, but they're outside fighting. Can you guys please?
Oh.
Okay.
Deputy Willis responded to the scene and made a shocking decision while attempting to control the chaos.
Oh my God.
As unarmed Yvette approached the doorway, Deputy Willis opened fire without warning, striking her twice in the chest.
Oh man.
He was armed. He was charged with murder and fired from the sheriff's department. After a mistrial caused by a hung jury, prosecutors prepared for a second trial.
There are several
Wow.
for Willis who shared this tragedy that eventually took the life of Yvette Smith. Judge Willis, it is the verdict of this court that you are not guilty of the charges stated in the indictment. Anything from the state? Anything further from the defense? These matters are adjourned.
Not guilty? What?
Although Willis kept his certification, he never returned to duty. His lawsuit against the county and other officials was dismissed, while the victim's family later secured a $1.2 million settlement in their wrongful death case. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we watched moments when officers were completely owned in the...
Okay, chat. Listen, man. I don't know. Sometimes we win, we lose. I don't know. I try to understand it myself. You know what I'm saying? But Chad, listen. We got to continue to believe in. Listen up, chat. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, right? But what we got to do is we got to just continue to fight, man. We got to fight. I always say for our right. And a lot of times, man, it's we don't get the right verdicts. We don't get what we like, but you know, it's a sad thing too, man. When you see certain things like this happening. What I want to do here, chat, is I want to play something for you and give you a little extra. Little blessing for you. How'd you like that? How you like that, huh? Just a little something to end the day with, or start your day. Come on, chat. Oh, baby, baby. Breaking Rust is actually a really good singer. The album is powerful. He talks about God and all those things. He's actually very positive in his music. His music encourages you to strive and go forward. And talks about how we all go through hard times. But sometimes we feel like we're walking alone. He's got one bad voice. He's got one of those raspy voices. Come on, chat. Ooh. Come on, chat. Know who you are. He got those lyrics. Oh yeah. Check it out. I'd rather face my truth in daylight. That's a message. Whoo! Sometimes we only learn when it's in the dark times. My God. Come on, chat. Comments. Subscribe. If you enjoyed this time together, please always let the video end all the way through. Two things. That always, even if you don't enjoy it, just let it end. And if you did enjoy it, subscribe. And if you didn't, I'll try better next time. In fact, maybe send me a comment, maybe something you'd like me to cover. I'll do it. Send me some requests. I love you guys, man. Please hit those subscribes. Love you guys, man. Love you guys.